Welcome to Chamba Sports, where we highlight our community in the youth sports space and talk about the real passion behind the sport, how it heals us and makes us the best players in the game. With the help of our athletes, our coaches, parents, and the fans, let's get into it. Today, we have a special guest, and he is also from Golden Valley, so I'm excited to have him here, but I'm going to go ahead and let him introduce himself.
Hey everybody, my name is Ethan Allen. I go to Golden Valley, and I play a lot of sports.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
And Ethan also goes by
ETA.
ETA. So a lot of people already know you by ETA. Thank you for joining us today. I'm excited
Pleasure's all
because I thought you were only a football player, and then we come today, and then you tell me I play everything. I'm like, oh, never mind.
All around athlete.
Yeah, all around athlete. So tell us a little bit about what you play and when did you start playing?
Well, my first sport was baseball. When I was a kid, I was just watching TV, and my dad, he had a baseball game, Yankees against Dodgers, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
And, my dad seen me. He's like, "You want to play this?" And I just shook my head. And ever since, baseball toys, just everything.
They just handed it to you.
Everything,
Here's
all
the mitt.
basically, yeah,
Here's the bat. Just...
baseball mitt, baseball bat. We practiced in the front yard, hitting. And then as I got older, I just been playing baseball. And then it's not until I reached maybe middle school, I was like, hey, I seen, football. I want to play this. And so we first started in flag football, and then I got into high school. And my dad knew the varsity coach, Coach Kane. You guys had him on here a couple times. And I just went to their practices, and I was an 8th grader, so I was just seeing all these juniors and seniors, and I thought these guys were giants.
Wow.
I was like super scared of these guys. I'm like, yo, do you want to play this game? And then, got into high school, got into football. I didn't play my first year, obviously, and then as I kept playing, I obviously started a couple games and started playing. So it was just all baseball, football, maybe some church basketball, later in my middle school year.
That's so cool. Yeah. Okay. Well, so basketball is kind of like recreational. You do it on the side.
It was kind of just like a hobby because my aunt, she was the owner of a church, and they had like an I-9 basketball league.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad, he just told me, hey, like, I know baseball. You're gonna get bored of it. You wanna play basketball? I'm like, yeah, I can do it. So I had no clue playing basketball. I just played street basketball with my friends and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I just started doing it, and it was just a routine.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up, basketball, football, baseball.
Yeah, that's it. That was your thing. That you just woke up and did sports. That's it.
Yep.
Well, coming back to baseball, did you play in little leagues before?
Yes, I played a lot. I played for the North League and the South League. It was like a little, age-wise group. I was everywhere. I bounced around. If they ran out of money or like they couldn't fund, we switched leagues. It was all just about baseball. Other sports really weren't in the picture until I got older.
Okay, so you guys were just locked in, huh?
Yeah, locked in.
Good. So a little t-ball. You played t-ball, a little bit of t-ball.
Yeah, I did everything.
Okay.
So what position do you play in baseball?
When I was a kid, I was first baseman, and as I got older, I started playing everything. Pitcher, catcher, short, third, second, first, and then when I got into high school, I seen all these kids. I went against in baseball. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of outmatched. And so my dad was like, I just play center. I'm play outfield because you are pretty fast, pretty athletic.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's not a lot of like people in that position. So I'm like, all right. So now I play center. But if it came down to it, he could put me anywhere.
There we go.
Wow. And how do you like it? How do you like that position?
I love it.
You love it? Really?
Everyone sees the outfield as kind of like, oh, you put kids there that don't even know how to play the game.
Oh,
but it's a whole different art when it comes to outfield and infield. If that ball is getting smoked all the way outside, you're not fast enough to get that. I'm going to be out there diving for that ball. I don't care what's on the line. If it's my body or if it's like a mental thing, I'll dive for that ball every time.
Yeah, and then it's about getting back up too, and then still throwing the ball in, especially if still somebody else is running to another base. So
yeah,
and that's all happening in like 5-4 seconds.
Yeah.
Exactly. So how fast? That's why they put an athlete out there to go get it done. So yeah.
Are you playing any like you're only playing high school baseball, right? Are you playing any or you travel any?
I might get into travel. My dad, he knows he's a real big known person with a lot of club teams.
Okay.
So like both my siblings, they're in club. And my dad just told me, he's like, hey, like after football season, if you want to go into club, I can call 3 coaches and they can try you out instantly.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, that's a good plan.
Yeah.
But right now, once baseball season's over, then I'll get into club. But as of right now, I'm just playing high school sports.
Okay. Well, I agree with your dad. You need to go into club. I think club is really important. I think it builds your skill, right? Because you're building it up while you're still, young, and you're getting the experience also from not just only playing a high school sport, but from playing like and a sport with another team.
Yeah.
So you got to kind of learn that in the long run.
And your dad being a big role model of yours, did he play sports too, or he played baseball?
He
I
was a
bet.
big old sports guy. He never was that type of guy to go to parties or nothing. He never wanted to go out and do anything. He would just, be in the backyard or be out and about playing sports. And, he did not even what I did. He did wrestling and baseball. That was the only two sports he did. But he got into college playing baseball, and he just,
Which college
Really?
was
What
that?
college did he go to? That's so exciting.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie. He never told me to college, but when he did play college ball, he was pretty good. He was pretty
Nice.
good playing college ball.
That's so cool. So it's in your genes. So you
Yeah.
gotta keep going. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh,
I don't want to cut you off. He's getting his
It's
moment now,
okay.
guys.
Oh no, I just wanted to ask because it was like I said, it played a huge part in it and everything for him and his siblings too. So that's what I'm saying. Like it trickles down from the parent too. So where his history was, and then where he wants him to go. So
And you guys are big Yankees fans, is what you told me, right?
Giant Yankees fan.
and
Yeah.
how is that from Yankees?
I mean,
here?
Yeah.
from Yankees to here, we try to go as much games as we can. I've been to a lot of baseball games where not even the Yankees are playing. I've been to
Mhm.
Dodger games, I've been to Athletics games, but whenever I go to Yankees games, I'm just hyped, man. I love Yankees.
So how
I
did you
love-
become a
A
Yankees fan?
Yankees
How'd I
fan.
become? It's kind of just my dad. We just grew up, and one day, he was in a Yankee jersey. I asked my dad, "Hey, Dad, what jersey you got on?" And he's like, "Oh, this is Aaron Judge. He plays for Yankees." I'm like, "What's the Yankees?" And he's like, "It's your new favorite team."
Oh,
Yeah,
and then that's how it sticks.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar when I put my kids in jerseys.
Yeah.
Eagles
Yeah.
all the way. But yeah,
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it's your new favorite team. I don't care if you like these teams. This is this team forever.
There you
I'm like,
go.
all right.
Okay.
And I couldn't say anything about it because I guess he been loving Yankees since he was a kid because he's got a book that's called 105 Reasons to Love the Yankees. So
Oh, that is so cool.
So-
okay.
did you read it?
no, I'm not gonna lie.
But you gotta read
No,
it.
It's in a shrine. I
He
bet.
loves
like,
it.
Yeah.
He loves so much. He has it on display in our garage.
Oh,
So-
okay.
There we go.
So
See,
he
yeah,
does.
see?
He does. Yeah.
I think I read the last few, and it's like, don't become a Red Sox fan. Like the last few, it's like, I don't like Red Sox, like something like that.
That is so cool. So tell us a little bit about future goals. We chat a little bit, but what are some future goals? And you're a junior in high school right now, so you got a couple years left. Well, a year or two, it goes by really fast. But what are some future goals?
Definitely finish out with a reasonably acceptable GPA. Graduate college, graduate high school, and the main goal for me is to get recruited by Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. I mean, I've always seen their campus, and I've been by the beach with their campus, and their campus is just so beautiful.
Yeah,
Absolutely amazing.
you've been on campus, right?
I've been around that campus, but I wanted to go in the campus. I've been
Okay.
around it, but I really wanted to go in. And
Okay.
then after, if I don't get recruited, sad thing. But, I want to go serve my country for the National Guard or the Marines, my grandparents.
I'm gonna cry. Oh, ETA. That is so sweet. Oh, well, yeah.
Both
hopefully
my
you
grandparents
still-
served.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
are
both
they?
served.
Oh,
I think
wow.
Marines and Navy. So I just wanted to kind of go down that
Path.
that path.
That's
so
a great path too. So, but I mean, if you don't get the scholarship or anything like that, like I said, sometimes you can do a walk on even at a closer distance and stuff. Would you still try that before?
I mean, yeah, I would do it, but I know, to me, if I feel like I have to walk on, I already know I'm at a disadvantage because these guys have been looking at athletes from way other schools that are probably better than me. And to me, whenever I go to a program, I'm thinking, who can I beat out and who can I not beat out in my position? That's my mentality whenever I go into anything,
Mhm.
Who can I beat out? When can I, shine in this moment?
Mhm.
And that's always going to be the main goal for everything I go into, National Guard, Army, walk on. I'm just going to feel that I'm the best right here in this room.
Yeah.
That's a really good mindset to have too. So,
Yeah, definitely. Well, that is so cool. I'm just amazed. A little bit of background into like any setbacks. Have you had any setbacks when it comes to, because you also play football?
Yeah. See-
So and we know there's injury. So have you had any of those?
Injury wise, maybe bleeding down my arm or, scraped leg or, pain on my side. It's really nothing that it's all just mentality. My dad and me, he's got anger issues, I got anger issues. And sometimes, we keep it inside, but sometimes it slips out on the field or it slips out on a baseball field. And there have been some times where I have been, taken out of the game because of that issue.
Mm-hmm.
But as I'm getting older and as I see this, I realize I'm not going to get anywhere if I'm just over here lashing out and trying to fight these guys when these guys are just trying to play sports. These guys are playing the exact same game I'm playing, and they may be beating me at it, but I can't get mad at them, and I can't do all these things that can get me in trouble or that can get me, potentially kicked out of the sport or suspended from the sport.
Yeah.
I've had some times on the field where I was, wanting to talk some smack, but I feel like that's every sport. I feel like every sport, you at least want to say a little bit of some, so the person that you're going against knows you're there.
Mm-hmm.
You're here for this. And, if it slips out and you guys say, oh, say a little bit too much and, either get a flag on you or the ump on the baseball field, hey, calm down. You just want to really avoid saying too much and getting thrown out of the game that you love.
Yeah, because, I mean, if scouts are out there watching you and everything, that's a big, big time, like, red flag right there if you're getting kicked out of a game. So,
yeah. Scouts, they don't really focus on you for the game. I mean, yeah, they're coming to see your game. But if these guys are coming to watch you, obviously they know what you can do. They're just really trying to see what you do off the game. What happens when you strike out or what happens when you get laid out by some guy bigger than you. Like, what happens? What's going to be your reaction? Are you going to pout and be mad about it? Or are you going to accept, okay, this happened. I'm going to get you back. Just watch. I'm going to get you back. I don't care if it happens at the end of the game or happens right now. I'm going to get you back.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of mentality I wish every person that plays sports have. You can't just be like, oh, this game's over. I'm done. I don't want to play no more. That's not greatness. That's not how you get better at a sport. That's how you just learn to give up easily. So you just got to think, okay, you got me. Good job. Now watch. I'm going to get you back. That's the main.
Yeah.
The
I'm
main
proud.
thing.
I'm so proud of you. Like, I'm so proud.
I know, so knowledgeable at a young age. It's crazy.
Because I think it's just so important for athletes to understand that. And coming from you, like, you're a junior, right? You're a little bit older than some of the kids at high school, but hearing that from you is really important because you do have your little, like the freshmen that are coming in and they're just lashing out, right? And it's like, hey, no, it's really nice to have that role model, especially on the field. Like, even if you're on the baseball field or you're on the football field, like having that role model so that, and you're also like bringing them down, toning them down, right? Like, how does that kind of work for you?
I mean, I was a freshman, I was cocky a lot. I used to football. I knew I couldn't talk because I wasn't a good player at football. The most I played was flag football, so I didn't see a lot of time on the field.
Mm-hmm.
But when it came to baseball, I was a man most of the time. I made JV my freshman year.
Nice.
And, seeing that, I was cocky. I was the first in the lineup. I was the best. I felt I was the best player on that field. I use my mouth and I use my actions to prove it, and sometimes my mouth would get me in trouble. There have been a lot of times. I have a coach named Bruno. Amazing guy. I have so much respect for him. He's been with me even when I'm not playing sport. He's been there for me when I'm playing football, when I'm playing baseball, even out of school. I have so much respect for him. He's an amazing man. But sometimes, there have been times where he's told me, like, I would have put you here. I would put you in varsity, but you did something with your mouth and you did something not so smart, and that makes me feel. That makes him think, okay, this kid, like, he's going to get me in trouble, or this kid's going to hurt my reputation, so he just didn't take me. So I'd say for the freshmen, for the upcoming people that want to come to sport, watch your mouth, and just let your actions do the talking. Don't let your mouth, don't let your, don't throw up no signs, don't throw up nothing. Just let your action play. Your mouth can say whatever it wants, but if you are not playing good, I'm going to drown that out, and I'm just keep stomping through you. Mm-hmm. But if you're not saying nothing, and if you're quiet, and you're steamrolling through all these other people, yeah, you're going to, coaches, scouts, they'll see that and like, this kid, he's going to go somewhere. Might not be with me, but he's going to go somewhere.
Mm-hmm. No, that's great, too, because, I don't know, like, sometimes passion gets overwhelming a little bit inside the game, but that's good that it's a learning process. So even if that happens, like I said, it's good that you're learning, you're correcting it, and then you're getting better out of it, so... Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
That's off to you,
That's
man.
So exciting.
You're killing it.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna ask too. Is there any other role model? I know your pops is big too, but any other role model do you see right now that out there in the professionals or even college level that you look up to?
It's a football coach. His name is Tyler Thompson.
Tyler Thompson.
He's an amazing guy. He's super chill, and when you first meet him, you think, yeah, this guy, if you don't see him in a football uniform and a football, some sort of merch, you're thinking this guy's just a regular guy. But that guy, he'll be there for you when you need him. If you need advice and you think, oh man, Mr. Thompson, I don't know, I don't think I play the sport. He'll tell you, man, you just got just ride it through. He'll push you. Even when I remember, my sophomore year, we weren't doing so good. We had a negative record, and every day kids kept talking, oh, I'm quit, I'm done, I don't play no more. Man, he would go to the line, end zone, back and back. What do you want to do? Do you want to finish or do you want to just quit and be done? And I always kept it in my mind, like I'm not gonna leave the field every practice knowing, man, I could have done a little bit more this play, or I could have just, maybe I shouldn't have relaxed that rep. Kids see conditioning as like, oh, he's just doing this because he don't like us.
Yeah, that's what he gets all the time too.
Nah, conditioning needs to help you.
I know,
get
exactly.
you better.
He always says that.
People think conditioning, oh man, we got conditioning.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not that bad. No, I see conditioning as more like a, in the game when it's like 6-4 third overtime and the other team's tired. I'm ready to smack you like I was in the first quarter. I'm gonna smack you the same way I did every single quarter, every game. Even in baseball, I'm gonna smack you the first way I did in the first inning. I see conditioning as more of like a, how long can I keep up to where you can be like, I don't want to play no more. I want to go home. Mom, come get me. I'm done.
Yeah.
Put in the mercy rule for him, man. Oh, that's good, man.
Can you share one like most memorable moment? And I'm pretty sure you have a few with your dad, but anything that kind of you're like, this is my baseball moment, or maybe when you were like, this is the sport, this is why I'm gonna do it. Is there any moment like that?
Yeah, it was my first game on JV, and actually, no, I'm gonna skip that one. It was my first game on. I'm sorry, yeah, it was my first game on varsity. I was a sophomore on JV, and I thought I was gonna stay there because there were so many people in my position at the time. There were, juniors and seniors. These guys were tall, they were fast. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just do another year of JV, and then maybe I'll go for playoffs, maybe, just maybe. My friend James, he was a sophomore, but he was with Bruno, during the summer while I was playing baseball or football. So, he had that advantage. So he was already on varsity, and I'm like, oh, okay, I may not be the same with my friend. I'm gonna try to get up there with him. And one day I just got a call. My friend was spending the night, and I got a call from Bruno. He's like, hey, you're not playing this game. And I was scared. I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? Like, because I was scared because he didn't tell me before. He said, you're not playing this game. You're not playing JV today. And I thought I got kicked off, or I did something, or said something to teachers. And I was like trying to think what I did. And he's like, you're coming with varsity to this game. And, my jaw completely dropped. I was so surprised. My friend saw me and he heard this call. My jaw dropped. This is my moment. And so, my JV coach texted me, hey, good luck. I heard about the news. Good job. I texted, all my teammates, hey, man, I'm not going to play this game. Look out. So, got into varsity game. We got smacked. These kids, it was downtown. These kids were super good. I'm not gonna lie. These kids are super good. They die for plays. But it really gave me a sense like, okay, this is a whole other league. Because JV, man, I was a merc with a mouth. I used to talk so much. I was talking all the time. Talk. And that's why I was learning my lesson. And then I said one thing. I said, dang, I can't say it. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, to help the channel. But I said something, and I walked back, and Bruno was like, hey, if you want to come out and you want to, stay here, you got to, be more mature. You got to shut down the emotions, because baseball and football is a whole other, football, you can have all these emotions bursting out, happiness, sadness, anger. You have all these emotions bursting out. Baseball, you can have little emotion, very little emotion. So
just got to stay your head in the game, right?
Finish the game. We're having back. I'm over here thinking, I'm going back to JV. And then Bruno called me in front of the van. He's like, come here. Went in the front. He's like, hey, so do you want this to be just a little coffee thing, or you want this to be permanent? I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, you want to stay on varsity the whole thing, or do you want this? You want to go back to JV? I'm like, I'm gonna go back to varsity. I'm gonna stay in varsity. This is my moment. This is a decision my dad has been preparing me for since I was 2 or 3. So I was like, yeah, I need to do this right now. I need to make this decision, and I'm gonna make the right one. So I chose to stay in varsity. A couple games, a couple incidents where, my JV side kind of came out, but other than that,
Your JV side. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, we're going to make that a thing, your JV side, guys. Yeah. So when you guys are, when you're saying the wrong things, we're going to say that's your JV side.
The JV side came out. sometimes some games I'm not proud of. But, after the season, we went to playoffs. We got knocked the first round. But that game, everything was wrong with that game, man. Right before the game, it was raining. And if you don't know, grass gets really slippery. Even with cleats, it get really slippery.
Mhm.
And, it was tied up 1-1. There's a little bunt. Poncho, the pitcher at the time, he got up. He tried to get up. He got the ball, went to go get up, and he slipped. And that guy scored, and we lost the game. And, you don't know what everyone says, oh, the hardest thing is like a sad movie or like losing someone you love. And that is a really hard thing. But the hardest thing is to go all this way, walk-off wins, blowouts, getting blown out, and then losing first round playoffs, man. Especially with people that are seniors and that's their last time maybe playing baseball.
Yeah.
It's hard seeing them. But all I could say is for people that want to come up is just really, really, you got to really want it. It's a real wanted sport. If you don't want it, man, I don't want you on my team if you're just going to be like, okay, I'm just here to get the jersey. And I'm just here to watch the game. No, I want you to be like, I can't wait for practice. I can't wait for this game. I've been waiting for this game.
Yeah.
I just want that. I want the teammates that's dedicated. I don't want a teammate that's like, man, we got practice. We got practice.
No, that's important. And I think a lot of people don't understand that, but it is really important to, that you have players on the team that actually want this. Like you're taking up somebody's spot who really, really wants this, right? So come in prepared and, fully dedicated.
Yeah, ready to put some work in. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure this upcoming season you're going to be ready, right?
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I am so glad that I got to get to know you a little bit. I think it's so cool. He talked highly of you, so I'm really excited to see what you do. Is there anyone that you want to thank before we?
Thank my parents and thank Jesus Christ. Without him,
Yes.
None of this would have happened. I wouldn't have been here. And there have been some times where I prayed for his likeness. There have been times where I wanted to quit and just not play at all and just go back to being a normal kid, but. Without Jesus Christ, I wouldn't have, there would have been no ETA. There would have been no nothing.
No.
So.
Okay, you're really going to make me cry now. Like, whoo. But thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to let you and I'll do the.
What?
Yeah, you can say goodbye today. So I can be in my emotion.
Shoot, I don't know how to say goodbye.
You don't know how to say goodbye?
Heck
okay.
no.
Well, thank you guys so much for
There we go.
joining us. I don't think you guys understand how emotional this part is for me. Just ETA. Just hearing that from you is completely. Whoo! I'm not supposed to be crying here. It's just a whole different, just feeling emotion. This is the reason that we do this, guys, and. Really, you don't want to take over? Definitely, the reason that we do this is for you guys to have a platform and to have a place to just come and showcase. We can't wait to see what all of these athletes bring and what all of you guys are going to be able to do in the future. So don't forget to
like and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.